Okay, I feel like I have to, oh my gosh, this is so official. I need to have a clip from my point of view because you guys are gonna die. Like, this is this is my studio setup, my legit studio setup. You guys, we're in studio. I have a studio. I need to not look at myself in the monitor and just look at myself in the camera. I feel like the camera should be lower down, but the thing is, if I have it lower, then I have to move it off it's just like a whole thing. We're gonna get there, okay? We're all doing our best and we're all trying. You know what I mean? And it's giving cutesy, it's giving professional, and I love this. I went out last night, so I should also have, like, I have a drink for fun, I have a drink for hydration, and I just don't have one for energy right now, because when I'm a little under the weather, the best sound ever. When I'm a little under the weather, I just can't have caffeine yet. I feel like I could fuck around with an iced coffee right now, but I probably shouldn't. You know what I mean? It adds the anxiety. Oh, I'm nervous. Butterflies. My stomach in my vagina. If you don't know, now you know. Okay. You guys, I popped off. And I love this for me. I love this for us. I love this for our journey. This is episode not 1, not 2, but thrice. And like, I'm screaming. I have no words. I'm proud of myself for finally doing this and then just to keep it going. I really want to say thank you. The last time I checked, I think the first episode had 25 listeners or listens, whatever. And I just want to say thank you to like all my friends and family. I don't know if I have any like other followers outside of that. And to be honest, I'm like, it's all good. This is my long distance love letter to all of my friends. I've lived a lot of places, which is just like really weird to say. And I did make really good friendships in those places, but it's like, you know, life is so busy, and it's so funny because things will come into my head all the time that I'm like, oh, like this reminds me of this person. Like whenever at my current job, I'll talk about my last jobs or like previous jobs that I've had. And when I would bartend with my friend Kaylee, shout out Kaylee, we had the most fun working at, I don't want to drop the restaurant because they done did me bad, okay? But it was such a great time. And then I started thinking about my friend Panise, who I also met and worked at that restaurant with. I have other friendships from that restaurant that might not be friendships anymore, but I still think of them as like such a great time in my life, and like hope everyone's doing so well. So when I got a message from my friend Kat, who I no longer work with, she used to work at PCL with me. She's a graphic designer. She's so extremely talented. If you guys, for your business, or I guess anything in your life, need a graphic designer, please DM me and I will send you Kat, because she does like contract work or whatever. She pops off. Like when I tell you, you can like come to her and be like, hey, I'm thinking X, Y, and Z. She's like, let me remix this bitch for you, and makes your vision 10 times better. I can't even get over it. She's so insanely talented. She just had her second baby. I don't want to like, I don't know, show, but I'm just saying she's so extremely talented at what she does, and she's also a great mom. So shout out Kat. I miss you. I love you. I'm going to come visit you because you're living where wine is. So obviously I'm going to come up there. This is such a random podcast. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I enjoy just yapping. My weekly recap, you know me, 9 to 5 girly, super busy. This is going to come full circle, I promise, but I just love Gen Z. I love this generation. I love the slang. I love the terms. I just want to keep up with it. I want to stay young forever, you know? And my one friend, Amber, says slay with everything. And I remember when I like really started hanging out with her or just like talking with her, and I was like, I love that. Like, I want to say slay. I feel like it's such a good like slay, like period. Like it's just such a good little cherry on top. Do you know what I mean? So I basically forced myself. Son of a... So sorry, let me text my PA. He's actually not responding. You're fired. Just kidding. He helped me hang this. So thank you so much for that. I'm a little stuck in here, so give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna awkwardly crawl back in here for like the third time. Okay. Okay. Where the heck was I? Yes, me so busy because I'm a 9 to 5 girly and it's my busy season. And I know this again sounds so insanely crazy that I work for a construction company and I'm an event planner and they actually do have so many events. But yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. And right now we are planning for Fall Fest. Oh my gosh, when I say I am so excited for this, like, first of all, the person I'm planning, okay, I don't know if people are going to be upset if I'm dropping names, but the woman that I'm planning this with, she did it last year and we're kind of just like doing it together this year. She is so awesome. I call her my OC Yoda because if I need anything or just like, I'm like, I don't know how to say this in a professional way. Oh, I do have to go back to the sleigh story. So sorry. 1 second. Oh my gosh. What am I on? She's just like so amazing. So I'm really excited that we're doing this together and it is going to pop off. That's going to be October 19th. I'll recap you guys on it. Okay. So back to the sleigh story. So I was like, I just really want to have this moment. I just love being able to say it. I just love it to come to my mind. But now tell me why I'm in a meeting with our senior vice president and honestly, their titles are really confusing. Like, and I'm like, they suggested something. I'm like, oh, slay. And I can't stop saying it. It's like, it's so good, but it's definitely like, you know what? I do like it. I do like saying it in especially corporate settings because I feel like it like loosens everyone up. They're like, oh my gosh, it actually like, we need to be so unserious. So I'm proud of, I'm never going to stop saying it. It's just extra funny because people will call me out on it. And I'm like, period. And you know what? Again, I love that journey for me. My dad visited all this week. And when I tell you seeing Rowan with his grandpa, like tears were coming nonstop because I just kept like, I could see the changes in Rowan with like, he started saying more words because he would want to imitate my dad. So like whatever my dad would do, Rowan would try and do. So they'd take a swig of water and Rowan's like, ah. Also, Matt started cheersing Rowan with like food and drinks and it is so freaking cute and I love it and I need it. I need all the videos of doing this because it's just like so amazing. And so my dad just left to Cambodia. A story for another time. Have to clear that story with mi madre. Don't know. If you know, you know. So my mom's visiting now. And again, it is like so freaking cute to see them, like seeing them hold hands. I just like, it's everything because it's like versions of you. And if you don't want better for your kid, even if I had an amazing childhood, like loved it. And I still just I'm like, I want to give him all that and then some. And just like, I just love it. It just like warms my heart so freaking much. I see how much other people love my kid and I could bawl my eyes out. Like, I'm just like, thank you. Like, thank you for loving my kid. Like, it's just like the more love that we can like have for our kids, the better. I also think I'm going to do an episode just about like motherhood and what that means or like is for me. I don't know. It might just be a bonus episode because I don't think I'm going to do any reality recap on it. And I feel like it's also very niche, so some people might be like, ugh. But actually, you know what? Nowadays, some people are talking about their birth story that I think people think that it's normal to ask people about their birth stories. So I was in Palm Springs and I went to the bathroom and Rowan was with me and this girl was literally, I'm not even kidding you guys, I'm washing my hands and this girl was like, oh my God, he's so beautiful, like blah, blah. I was like, oh, thank you so much. She was like, what's your birth story? And like, I love to chat, you know me, I like to yap it up, but just like the way she said it, I almost died. But I'm also like, I don't even know your first name, but like obviously I'm going to tell you my birth story because like another time to talk about me for sure. I don't really have a birth story, but I just want to talk about motherhood because it's like one of the coolest things I've ever done, if not the coolest. And I obsess over things, okay? We know this about me. Okay, I'm really excited about the next thing that I'm going to yap about because it happened last night and we loved it. Okay. So this whole week I was not stressing, but I just like was upset because, not upset, oh my gosh, JJ, I couldn't figure out an outfit for Giggly Squad. And I kind of knew that what I was envisioning wasn't going to work. I wanted to wear like a boxy denim dress, aka like a oversized one with like my thigh-high boots. It didn't come to fruition. I don't know how to say that word. I don't know. But anyway, someone DM me like, gah. It's fine because I wore a different outfit. I don't even think I got a picture in it, but I love wearing my loafers. So any chance I can just like wear the loafers with socks and like, because flats are just always a good idea. I'm sorry. I used to be a heel girly and now I'm just like obsessed with flats and I loved it. But so my friends and I are going to this live show of Giggly Squad. And I'm like, I go online and like, I am the restaurant girly. I can sense a vibe of a place off of their Instagram or website, typically. I find this place, it looks so good, okay? It's in Koreatown because we were going to the Wiltern in Koreatown and it's called Mama Lion. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cute. Love this. We show up. Tell me why. We open and I'm like, we're walking up. I'm like, oh, hey, we're like late for our reservation. He's like, oh, it's fine. It's actually just open seating. And I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I'm like, but even if it's open seating, but I could make a reservation online. So like there should be a table for me, right? So we open up and there's a banner that was like Korean Dentists of California, something like that. So it was like a dental like convention meeting welcome party. I don't know, but and the restaurant weirdly smelled of chlorine. Like it smelled like I was in a swimming pool. So I'm like, was there a murder here and you guys are cleaning that up? Like what's happening here? And then we just like looked around. The vibes were so off. Like we did not want to be there. So we're walking out. And the guy's like, I'm the GM. If you ladies want to come back when it's busier. And I'm just like, immediately, no, I just keep walking. Because you know me, I hate men. Of course, my friend Nicole, because she's like the classic, most nicest person, Canadian, period. She's like, oh, thank you so much, sir. And I'm like, no, we need to get out of here. Anyway, we try to go to like 3 other places. They're all just like, sorry, we don't have time to like 9:30. Also, restaurants, the bar is not reserved. The bar is supposed to be first come, first serve. So we see 3 stools at this one place and we're like, oh my gosh, perfect. There's 3 of us, 3 stools. This was meant to be. And the girl's like, those are open for an 8:15. And that's not the way she spoke, but this is the way that if I was making a movie about this, the way that she would speak. And I'm like, I know no one's coming at 8:15. I'm sorry. No one's coming to sit at the bar at 8:15. There's not going to be 3 of them sitting there at 8:15. But like, okay, you guys just missed out on like, sure, it was probably only be like $100 bill because we would share everything. But like, I just wanted a cocktail. Like, I just wanted a good ass cocktail. Anyway, we just like fumble around. I'm like, the next restaurant that can seat us, we just need to sit at because we did need to eat something because I did have a couple glasses, maybe half a bottle of rosé on the way there. Rewind. Also, when Nicole and I got into our Uber to go to Koreatown, the way the yapping kicked off, I was sitting there at one point and I look and I'm like, is this car echoing or am I literally that loud? I had to apologize to the Uber driver because I was talking so obscenely loudly. And it's like, you know, when you don't realize at first, I was like that annoying ass American person on holiday that's like, that was me. And I apologize to you, sir. I don't know your name because Nicole booked the Uber and I hope that she tipped you. So anyway, we find this place. It's a hand roll bar, which is on my bucket list to go to. I was so excited. It was expensive. We shared a lot of it though. But like the rolls are like this big. I don't know how to show you guys, but I don't know how to explain how big the rolls are to people that are only audio listening. The rolls would be the length of, you know, those mini pop cans. That's the length of the roll, but like very like there's not a lot. Like there's a good amount, but it's, you know what I mean? Like it's not huge for like $8 to $12. So it was really yummy though. The scallop, the raw scallop that they had, they're like, there's 4 pieces. I'm thinking they're gonna be 4 scallops. It's literally scallops that are like shaved. So it's like one scallop that's like cut into 4 like thin slices. I'm just like, okay, cool. The food was good. I don't think it like did the job of like soaking up alcohol. And then we also split a bottle of wine there, and then we got margaritas when we got to the show. So we get to the show and I'm about to pee my pants because I've always been like that. I heard it's like an ADHD thing that you don't realize you have to pee until you actually are about to pee your pants. I don't know if that's true or not because I did read about that on TikTok, but we get there and I look at Nicole. I'm like, do you have to pee? Who doesn't have to pee? And Laura said she doesn't have to pee. So she's like, I'm going to go get drinks. We're like, perfect. So Nicole and I go downstairs to go to the bathroom. We come back up. Who do we see in the lobby? None other than Jax Taylor. And you know, he just had that shit-eating grin where he's like, because all these girls are like, Jax, I need a photo. I need a photo. You guys, he's like 80 and he's the devil. Like, no. The only person other than Paige and Hannah that I wanted to see at that podcast was Stassi motherfucking Schroeder, okay? Ew. So it was Jax and Tom Schwartz. And when I'm thinking back on Summer House, I'm like, Paige doesn't know Jax. Paige would hate Jax. So why are you here, Jax? Jax never had a crossover with Summer House, which Paige and Hannah are on. Sorry, I didn't give any backstory about Giggly Squad. Summer House, I told you guys about last episode, and I'm rewatching it, but Paige and Hannah are on Summer House. They started their own podcast because Kyle in one episode was like, well, I'm just trying to get a sentence out, and we have the Giggly Squad over there, and that's what started Giggly Squad. And it's literally just 2 girls yapping, like 2 best friends yapping. The only guest they've ever had on their podcast is Trevor Wallace because he's for the girls. Okay, so anyway, we're like texting Laura's like, oh my God, guess who's here? And we're like, oh wait, Laura can see them. That means Laura's near us. So we finally get back to Laura. Excuse me. Oh my God, I thought I was going to throw up for a second. That was scary. So we finally get to Laura. We get our margaritas. And then I don't know why, but I was like, guys, should we do a fireball shot? I don't know who I am. I really don't. At that point, I was questioning myself. And so obviously I get us a fireball shot and we do it. We go to our seats and we're not like VIP by any means, but like we're actually like pretty close to the stage, right? So I'm sitting there and we're waiting for the show to begin, but my friend is showing me pictures of her ex, and I just said, hold on a minute. Charlie's black. So if anyone wanted to know, Charlie is black, and we're all shocked. Not shocked, I just like didn't know, you know? Anyway, moving past that. The show starts. It's obviously so good. It's so funny. They have this one segment where the guy, it's like trash or like keep. And it was this guy, and like just like his arrogance about him, I just like couldn't with him. And I loved it because Paige was like, yeah, I just need you to shut the fuck up. And I was like, thank you. You said what we were all thinking. Oh my God, sorry. That was like a long like yap sesh right there. So then they go and do a question time. I put my hand up for the plot. I did not think I was actually going to be selected. And I'm so mad at myself because I didn't fully think of my question. I had so many better questions, but instead I was like, hey, okay, they make you say your name and your sign. So I was like, hey, I'm Jamie. I'm a Gemini. And you didn't ask about this, but I'm Canadian. I don't know why. I just like love being Canadian. Okay, you guys. And then I asked Paige, did you watch seasons of Summer House before you started dating Craig? And she's like, oh yeah, like I always thought he was hot and cute. And my mom was like, he's a walking red flag. And I was like, I'm gonna marry him. And I was like, I love that for her. She's so funny. So then I sit down, right? Tell me why Grace goes and gives Jax the mic. Jax stands up. You guys, the best part about this, it's on TikTok. Someone was recording when Jax gets the mic, and it was someone right beside me because I have to like find the video and like figure out how to insert it here. I'm literally screaming, dying, throwing up. Strictly because I know for a fact he wasn't invited. Like, I'm sorry, but you weren't invited. it's for the girls, and you are the most for not the girls there is. Saturdays are for the boys, period. And I'm like, anyway, there's a video on TikTok. I'm needing to tag it. I did repost it, but I obviously have to tag it, and like the creator, I commented on it being, you guys, that was me that said no one's having you. And like, I don't know why, I'm like, it's happening again. I'm gonna be famous again. God. Anyway, great freaking night. We went out after. I told everyone I was a woman in construction, and that was a blast for me personally. I told people I was a project manager because technically my events are projects that I manage. So, not lying. Okay, that was my wrap up of the week, and wow, that flew by. You guys, I just keep giggling at my like setup here because it's hilarious. I definitely need more of like a chair setup. Because I'm old and like sitting cross-legged like this is like a little crazy. Okay. I'm going to do some irks because I just kept noting them down in my phone this week and it just like needs to be talked about. So, when a business has social media and they don't put where their business is on the social media. So like IG, it'll be like a cute ass coffee shop. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Put your location. Either tag it in your photo so I can click it and see where you are in the world, or have it in your actual bio, like have it say LA. That drives me truly insane. TikTok pranks. People pulling pranks on random strangers that are just trying to live their life. And it's like not like a funny ha-ha prank, like it's an embarrass them prank. That's not okay. Also, people that pull pranks on their kids just to post on social media is so weird to me, because I just remember, like, I don't know why this sticks out so much. It's like my trauma of, when you go to restaurants and the older people are like, did you bring your wallet? And you're like, I don't have money. And they're like, oh, you better roll up your hands and like go scrub dishes. I remember literally panicking. Like this sent just like chills down my spine. I was like, I can't work here. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Okay. We're just like all kids at heart, and just think of like how you want to be treated. Like, it's not funny. Like, I feel like in that sense, parents should be like, I forgot my wallet. I'm going to have to go to the... So sorry, guys. So sorry. Okay, now we're back. Thank you so much for sticking with us through that. Okay. I don't know if this is like a conspiracy theory or what, but what is... Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory or what this means, but when influencers will all post about the same thing, either teeth whitening strips or that olive tree. And I'm like, okay, if I'm the person that's like, I would need to sell this olive tree, I'm going to get influencers. Why not get them to space it out? Why am I seeing like 3 influencers right away have that on their story? Sorry, my heart is like pounding right now. That movement was weird for me. The other day I had trash. 0 trash cans. Anywhere. You don't want me to litter, put a trash can out there. Oh, this is really random, but sayings that no longer make sense to me, or to anyone really. When someone tells you to wind down the window, because we used to do it, we used to crank the window, right? Now we just press a button. Or roll down the window. Wind down or roll down? I don't know. But you get what I mean. Also, someone that's like, oh, she's on my speed dial. No one has speed dial anymore. Ever think about that, guys? Reality pop off. There are so many storylines that were not told. For instance, Macy was crazy good at tennis and she had a tennis scholarship, but she found out she was pregnant. Then she was like fighting with her boyfriend via text and he got in a car accident, and she was like, if I knew he was driving, I wouldn't have texted him back. And I'm like, these women, you cannot take responsibility for his actions. Like, I get it, you feel guilty for texting him while he's driving, but he's the one that was looking at his phone while he was driving, and she's like living with this guilt, and that makes me so sad. But I feel like that's why she's so forgiving. And she just seems so nice. Like, I really like Macy. I just really like Demi. She's, like, funny. I feel like Demi and I would be, like, the same person, so I don't know if we would actually get along. I don't know if I'd get along with another me. Do you understand? I see Demi in Demi. I said that last night, and I thought it was hilarious, so I thought I'd bring it. I'd bring it to the pod. Also, Taylor just seems like the sweetest person. And it's so funny because I didn't know that she was the woman that would like pretend that she was like 45 and had 2 kids. It was just like her TikToks were very weird before mom talk, or I guess it was like during mom talk, but like it was her sense of humor. Like she's very quirky funny, I think. And apparently I say quirky wrong, quirky funny. And she just seems like such a genuine sweetheart person that's just like trying to make amends and also just trying to live her life. Like I feel like a lot of people want her to just like constantly be in this state of like depression and being like, I feel so sorry for everything I've done. Like she's apologized. She needs to just be able to move on. Also, I wanted more of a storyline with Jessie, because there was some overlap with her husband. I don't know. We don't know, because it looks online like she got divorced and then 3 months later got engaged. But like, to get divorced, don't you have to be separated for a year? I know that's the rules in Alberta. So I'm like, her and her husband must have been separated and had like maybe a one night stand, and that's why she got pregnant and then engaged to a different guy. I don't know. It was like super messy story that I want to hear more of. So I wish they dived more into like the backgrounds of all the women and not just Taylor. Because we love Taylor, but like I just needed more of like the other women, you know what I mean? Okay, my heart is pounding because like, gosh darn it. Oh, you know what? I'm realizing I'm moving back and forth from the mic, so I apologize if like the volume is going like in and out. Yes. Oh, I didn't even show you guys my cool mic. It's like heavy. It's heavy duty, if you will. Okay. If you like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you are also going to like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because it's a lot of ex-Mormons. It's hilarious because these women are so kooky. Like, I'm like, is the altitude weird there too? Because some of the things that are said and done are so wackadoodle. It's insane. The season 5 just started off, and season 4 was crazy. I don't even want to explain it because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Go back and watch it from the start, because you honestly have to get to know these women to love them, if that makes sense. Season 5 started off crazy with like a dinner party, and oh my god, there's this new woman named Bronwyn. I think I wrote a note about her because I didn't want to forget, and I forgot. I didn't have time to write it down on my new flashy note cards. Okay, I'm loving Bronwyn. So this other woman, Angie K, kept talking about the same thing. She's like, you can't bring up someone's house. I have a daughter, which like, again, that doesn't make sense. And Bronwyn's like, okay, let's just draw a line then. Like, let's start fresh from here. And Angie's like, I agree, but my house. And Bronwyn was like, no. If we draw a line, like, we just can't talk about the past anymore. Like, you have to move on from it. And Angie's like, yeah. And then my daughter, and they're like, okay, so again, we're going to redraw the line now. I think this happened like 4 times. I was cracking up laughing, just like dying. And then also Bronwyn was wearing like this heart-shaped, like furry vest, because it was like a Valentine's Day party. And honestly, I loved it, because also Rihanna has it. Rihanna definitely looked better in it. But she's like, there's only 3 in the world. My friend Ashley Isaacs, who was the one that got me hooked on reality TV, she has one too. I don't know if like hers, I guess it must be YSL as well. So there's not just 3. Sorry, Bronwyn. I love, because Angie is just so extra, and she brought a scroll to tell not Heather, what is her name? Meredith Marks, all the things that she would like to get an apology for. And I'm like, I just love a prop. I love doing stuff for the plot, and I love a prop because that adds to the plot. It adds to the story, and I want to tell these stories. I am feeling nauseous right now. My last night is kicking in again. Oh gosh. Okay, also, there is crossover between Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and Real Housewives. There was another Angie before that was a friend of, but her ex-husband, is Brett, who is married to Demi. So it would be funny if we saw people like actually cross over. People are also saying that they thought that, oh my gosh, one of the ex Real Housewives of Salt Lake was going to be on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because she used to be Mormon as well. But we have yet to see that. Oh, you guys. Real Housewives of Orange County is getting so dirty, so mean. Like, also, what is her name even? Like, I don't even know her name because she was on the season a couple seasons ago and now she's back. And Tamara called her Jesus Jugs before, and it kills me because that is so funny. I literally need to look up her name. I'm not even kidding you. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. But her, Alexis Bellino, her and her husband, before she literally, like, she's just a whack. She's just a whack. And she's one of those people that believes her side of things and that's it, and won't even listen to, like, the truth or someone else's version, which is very frustrating. And then the way that her and her now fiance are suing Shannon Bedore is just, like, true evilness. Shannon offered them the money that John Jansen asked for, and then she's like, if I give you this money, you have to sign this. Obviously, lawyer talk is different, but he said no. So it's like, you're not trying to get your money back. You're actually just trying to embarrass her and ridicule her. She's already apologized. Like, yes, you shouldn't drink and drive. And she's apologized for it. She's made amends. And he's, like, trying to just, like, rub her face in the dirt. Like, he's just being, like, pouring vinegar in the wound. It's just sickening. And the fact that the other women on the show aren't rallying around her and being like, Alexis, you need to actually stop. Like, there's something mentally disturbing with you. Alexis is like, I'm trying to move on with my life and I can't. Well, then don't date her ex and then come back on the TV show that she's on. Like, it's to the point where, like, to me, it's, like, not actually entertaining to watch, you know? Like, it's just, like, it's giving, like, mean. And also, Tamra, people are like, she gives such good reality TV. She doesn't. She's a horrible, horrible person. She tries to like, everything for, like, the show. Like, she's living for the show instead of just, it's literally what Ariana, or is it Ariana? Someone on Vanderpump said, they're like, it feels like you're trying to, like, build a show, but, like, we're just, like, we're not living for the show. Like, our lives just happen to be filmed. And Tamra will, like, go and be like, this person said this about you. Oh, and then this person said this. And, like, that's what she's doing this whole time. And then she's like, oh, ha, 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 he. Like, it doesn't matter. And it's like, well, no, because, like, now you're just, like, crossing lines and crossing boundaries. And she also tries to almost exploit her kids. And the fact that one of, like, her one kid doesn't talk to her anymore. She doesn't, like, you know, it's just, like, bizarre. Like, maybe stop talking about her on reality TV, because, excuse me, I feel like going back to Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, a lot of them just, they can't have their kids on camera, so they just, like, don't really talk about them, which I feel like is fine. Obviously, if you, like, bring it up here and there, like I do on my pod, it's like, that makes sense because they're still a part of your life. But the way that Tamra talks about her kids, and, like, Sydney, like, has tried to keep me out of her life and only believes her father's side of things and, like, blah blah blah. You also talk so poorly about your ex-husband Simon, who obviously was awful, but, like, we saw that for ourselves when we used to watch the show, so we don't need you to, like, constantly bring it up. It just looks worse on you. And we love Heather Dubrow. I think we would get along, Heather, because I too love champagne, so maybe come on the pod. Also, give me 2 years and we're going on tour, you guys, because I want to do a Giggly Squad tour. That is so sick. They legit sold out. They sold out. That's so crazy. That's unreal craziness. Also, the question that I wish that I asked them was, how do you feel about Kyle finally giving Giggly Squad the props that it deserves, or do we care because he's a boy? We don't care about your opinion. Whew, you guys, don't drink after 30. Like, you don't need to have more than 2 drinks. I'm just being so real with you right now. those are my reality recaps. That was my week. I have to edit the heck out of this podcast because I had to pause a bunch of times. If I did edit it out and you're like, what, you had to pause? Thank you. Thank you for not noticing, because it's been a while since I've edited a video. It's been a while since I've edited audio. There's going to be, it's a lot for me, you guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you. I got a sewing machine. I know, I did a lot this week, you guys. I made my studio, I got a sewing machine. So my goal is I want to do quilts. I want to do custom cute little quilts. So first I'm going to start by, I don't know what it's, tailoring, I guess, my own clothes, because some of them are like, some seams are unstitched and I just need to like stitch that up. And then I am going to do a quilt, just like my first quilt. And then I'm hoping to do a couple quilted stockings for the, like, my family, like personal ones, because when I was a kid, my Auntie Jo, I think it was, either crocheted or knitted stockings for me and my brothers, and I've always loved it. But now I don't have the same ones for like me, Rowan, and Matt, and our future kid. I'm not pregnant, I just like want to be. But yeah, so I want to do custom stockings, and then hopefully do like start doing quilts that, you know, I just like want around the house. I have a lot of shirts from PCL that I want to quilt together, and then I would like to do quilts for holidays, because I'm like, that's such a perfect like decoration thing to like pull out, like, oh, it's October, it's the Halloween quilt, like blah blah blah. So yeah, I'm excited about my new journey. I feel like I just end up, once Rowan goes to bed, I'll like just either like lay in bed and start scrolling, which I just like need to not do. It's just so, you know what I mean? Like, so I might as well get a hobby. I can even watch Real Housewives in the background, which is perfect. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. I'm excited for all my journeys. Am I taking on too much? Probably. Probably. Also, my whole like, remember how last week I said I'm going to become a night shower? Well, last week my, what's it called? We had visitors, so it like made it difficult. I hope to go back to that this week, because I feel like it actually did help me in the morning. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed listening. I hope I got this video up and you guys got to watch, put it on YouTube in the background. I can't believe I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube now. Maybe I'll post more of my journey, my sewing journey on YouTube. Thank you so much, and see you next Tuesday. Wait, now I'm really actually going to see you guys. Okay, love you all. Bye.